In this lecture, you will learn how to write functions which are named blocks of code designed to do one specific job. So when you want to perform a particular task that you have defined in a function, you call that function responsible for it. So if you need to perform that task multiple times through your program, you do not need to type all the code for the same task again and again. You just call the function dedicated handling that tasks, and call tells Python to run the code inside the function. So you will find that using function makes your program easier to write, read, test, and fix. So let's first design a function now. So now we will def here, greet typhoon here, and after that we will write this here, print here hello typhoon, right? Or hello students here. And here after that we will just call that function, in this case greet typhoon here, and as you can see here we wrote hello students here. And the best thing with functions is you can call that function how many times you want here. So for example, let's write this here, 6 greet typhoon here, and as you can see we got 1 2 3 6 hello students message here. So this example shows the simplest structure of a function. The first line, actually I want to draw here so it will be help you to visualize things here. So that's it. So here the first line uses the keyword def here to inform Python that you are defining a function. So here this is the function definition, which tells Python the name of the function here. This is the name of the function here, which we are telling greet typhoon, and if applicable, what kind of information the function needs to do its job. So in this case we're gonna add this parameters inside this parenthesis here, which you will learn right here. So, and also the parenthesis holds that information. In this case the name of the function is greet typhoon, and it needs no information and to do his job, right? So its parentheses are empty here, empty here, empty here for now. So even so parentheses are required. So if you want to define the function, whether it's empty or not, you need that parenthesis here. So it's a basic syntax. So finally the definition ends with this colon here. The definition ends with this colon here, right? So any indented lines here, any indented lines that follow greet typhoon makes up the body of the function. So here this is the body of our function here. Let me actually take this here. So here body of function. So the text on the second line here, the text on the second line is here the print, right? So here this it look actually here, as you can see, this is the hello student, but we can also get that parameter from something. For example, this, in this case it's name, right? And here we could do, for example, hello, whatever the parameter we entered, and then name, which you will learn in this section of our course here. And the line print hello students is the only line of code in the body of this function. So the greet typhoon has just one job, which is print hello students, right? Print hello students. So when you want to use this function, you have to call it. a function call tells Python to execute code in the function. So to call a function, you write the name of the function here, followed by any necessary information in parentheses. So because in our greet_typhon function there's no information needed here, calling our function is as simple as entering greet_typhon here, and when we enter this as expected, we write our outputs here, which is hello students. If you modify the function greet_typhon slightly, it can greet the user by name. For the function to do this, you enter username in the parentheses of the function definition at here def greet_typhon here. So by adding, for example, user name here, you allow the function to accept any value of username you specify. So the function now expects you to provide a value for username each time you call it. So here, let's run this code, and here we got an error because greet_typhon missing one required positional argument, which is username, right? So in order to get rid of the error, we need to give some value in it, right? So for example, let's make it one of our student name, for example, Alex here, Alex. And here we got no error, but here the Alex variable here has no use state. So we got to get rid of the error, but we are not using Alex here. So in order to do that, we will write a print function again. So print if hello here, print, we're gonna use format hello dear student, and after that we will use username dot upper here, for example. So we will write Alex name uppercase, and after that we will add this ternary here. That's it. Let's run this, and here hello dear student Alex. So entering greet_typhon Alex here, actually let me get this. So entering greet_typhon Alex calls greet_typhon and gives the function the information it needs to execute print call. So the function accepts the name you passed it and displays the greeting for the name. So let's actually draw this on the screen, how this works on diagrams. So here we are getting the name, some username, right? So in this case, let's call this a username. And after that, whenever some function or some function call uses it here, the Alex actually goes to here, right? So actually, let me delete that. Here, we will write this again. So here, this Alex, we are giving this Alex to this username, right? And after that, this username goes to this print here, which we are printing username.upper. So whenever we call this typhon here, first we pass this value to greet_typhon, and then greet_typhon uses this value inside the print statement, right? So in order now, when we enter the greet_typhon at the first here, Alex was like this, Alex here, and here the username here, this is the fifth line here, and after that we are giving to first line. So in first line Alex is again like this, but here we are printing Alex here. In the second line we are printing Alex, but with uppercase. Actually, we didn't change it here, Alex here, and as you can see here, we've written it in uppercase here. So actually, we as you know from previous lectures, we didn't change this Alex variable permanently. So if we use that without the upper method of strings, we will get the Alex that we wrote here. So likewise, entering the, for example, let me actually greet here. and one of our students name, for example, Murtaza here. And when we try this, we will get same, but with Murtaza here. So again, after using Alex here, so this is our first call, we are calling Murtaza, which is applies the same. Let me actually use the different color here. So we are calling Murtaza. This Murtaza gives the username gets to username here, and after the bot here uses the upper method to make it print the uppercase here. So if we do, for example, greet Typhoon here, Nikat here, and this will do the same no matter what. Here Nikat is gonna go here again. Nikat is gonna go here again to username, and username will go to this print function. So you can do this how much you want, whenever you want here. And here in this code here, the greet Typhoon function, we defined the greet Typhoon to require a value to for the variable username, right? So once we call the function and gave it the information, for example, a person's or student's name, it printed the right greeting. So the variable username in the definition of greet user is an example. Greet Typhoon here is an example of parameter. So this username, as we said, this is a parameter, right? So for example, we can give, as I said, we can give it whatever value we want. We can even give it an integer here, integers here. Let's try this. And as you can see here, we got error because the upper method, it doesn't exist on integer here. So, and as you can see here, when we deleted the upper, we get rid of an error. We even printed the numbers, which you will learn how to find that and fix that in next lectures. Because a function definition can have multiple parameters, a function call may need multiple arguments. So you can pass arguments to your functions in a number of ways. So you can use positional arguments, which need to be in the same order the parameters were written, keyword arguments where each argument consists of variable name and the value, and list and dictionaries of values. So let's look at each of these in turn. So let's start with the positional argument. So when you call a function, Python must match each argument in the function call with the parameter in the function definition. So the simplest way to do this is based on the order of the arguments provided. So the values matched up this way are called positional arguments. To see how this works, let's create some code that displays information about courses, and the function tells us what kind of course, so course category is, and the course name. So here we will define describe or get course here, print course here, and we will, and actually instead of writing this, output or display, yes, display course here, we will enter course here. So as a first parameter, we're gonna use the course category or course topic, it's gonna more here. So course topic, and after that we will use comma here and course name. That's it. And after that we will use double dot here, and here we will use the comments, which is display information about course here, and after that we will print using the format. So print here f and new line, of course, after that. So the course name, actually instead of, let's add another parameter and named course duration, or course hours, course hours here. So first we will enter the course topic, and after that we will enter the course topic name, course topic, and again we will print the again format, and after that we will enter the sorry, yes, here. And after that we will enter the course name here, and now we will enter course name again, and after that we will again add a new last print function. In this case it's course hours here. Oops, course hours. And after that we will again add the course hours here. That's it. And after that, for example, we will enter the display course here, and course topic, for example, Python, with whitehat here, and course name. The course topic is course here. We will in course name learn Python in short, learn Python fast and hard way by whitehat here. And after that we will add another here, course hours, which is 3 hours. Or actually, instead of writing this, let's make course hours integer here, and we will change this course hours and hours here. That's it. So we are taking 2 strings and 1 integer. That's it. Now let's explain this code here. So the definition shows this function needs a type of course. So when we call the display course, we need to provide an course topic and course name and course hours, right? In that order. So first we need to enter the course topic here according to this. Oops, here course. Actually, instead of writing this, so firstly we are entering the course topic, and then this is our course name, and after that we are entering the course hours, right? So for example, in this function call, the argument Python is assigned to course topic, and in the function body these 3 parameters are used to display information about the course, and we are describing the course here. Now what we're gonna do is here, for example, firstly we are entering the course topic which we are getting from here, and then we are entering the course name which we are getting from the second parameter and writing this, and then we are getting the course hours, which is an integer type, and here we are adding course hours here. Now let's try the output here. Let's see what this gonna show here. So actually let's add 2 spaces to match these up. And as you can see here, course topic is Python, course name is Learn Python Fast and Hard Way by whitehat here, and course hours is 3 hours here. So here, as you can see here, we are first adding the 3 here, and then we are adding hours as additional format here. That's it. So we can also add another variables or functions as well. So let's call another here, display course, car coolant, or actually let's use the Python or R programming here, and learn R programming. Oops, of course it's going to be a string, learn R programming, or actually let's make different name, R programming master class by whitehat here. The course hours is going to be, for example, 10 hours, and after that we are going to show this again, and as you can see here we got this output here, course topic in Python here. We are firstly printing Python, and then we are printing the R programming, course topic R programming, course name R programming, masterclass by whitehat, and course hours is 10 hours. And as you can see, this is the how we shorted our course here, with just adding a function into our code here. A keyword argument is a name value pair that you pass to your function. So you directly associate the name and the value within the argument. So when you pass the argument to the function, there's a new confusion and you won't end up with the, for example, course topic named course hours, right? So keyword arguments free you from having to worry about correctly ordering your arguments in the function call, and they clarify the role of each value in the function call. So now let's rewrite our program using this keyword arguments to call, for example, to call display course here. Now what we're gonna do is course hours here, as you can see here, and course here. And now we can also, when we call display course, right, so we will also mix these up here, right? So now we're gonna use course hours, or course hours here is gonna be 5, for example, and course name or course topic, we can also use course name, but this is just an explanatory here. Course topic is gonna be Python, and the course name is gonna be mastering Python. And here, this is what, and as you can see here, we got the same result, but we mixed up the orders. So here the function display course hasn't changed, but when we call the function, we explicitly tell Python which parameter each argument should be matched with. So when Python reads the function call, it knows to assign the argument course topic to, so it knows to assign the variable Python to course topic, so mastering Python to course name. So however, if our order is changed here, so course hours goes to here, our course topic goes to here, and mastering Python, so which is course name, goes to here. So this is mixed up, but however we get the same result with the keyword arguments in Python. So the order of keyword arguments doesn't matter, because Python knows where each value should go. And here in the first here in the second display course call here we used the standard function call, but here we are using the display course, which is keyword argument calling. So as I said, it's more clear way to call functions here. So we also have a default values in functions. So when writing a function, you can define a default value for each parameter. So if an argument for parameter is provided in the function call, Python uses the argument value. So if not, it uses the parameter's default value. So when you define a default value for a parameter, you can exclude the corresponding argument you'd usually write in the function call. So using default values, you can simplify your function calls and clarify the ways your functions are typically used. For example, if you notice that most of the calls of this display course are being used to describe courses, so you can set the default value of course type to just online course, and now anyone calling the display course for a online course can omit that information. And here what we're gonna do here is let's actually delete these lines. So here, so course topic is gonna be just an online course here. So sorry, and here we got an error, and no default parameter follows default here. No parameter follows default parameter. So here we got an error, because if we are providing this, we need to also provide the default parameter for all of this. Course name unknown, and course hours 0 here, for example. And as you can see, we got rid of an error. Now here we got no problem showing this because we already provided this information for our function. But if we enter some values, for example, if we display course, we just know that this course name, we will do this. So course name here, Java course here, and after that we will not get an error because we already defined this if the default values for this. And here now let's run it here. Actually we did run it, and here course topic is online course. We added just a Java course here, and the course hours is 0 hours because we didn't provide it, and course topic is online course here, and as you can see here we did this here. So course hours is 0, course name is unknown, but when we enter the Java course, is this unknown here actually emitted here, and we entered the Java course here. And we didn't change or enter the course topic here, and that's why we got the default value, which is online course. So also the order of parameters in the function definition had to be changed because the default values makes it unnecessary to specify a type of course as an course topic as an argument. The only argument left in the function call is the course name here. So when we enter just a Java course here, we will not get an error here, but and as you can see here, we enter the course topic as Java course, but course name is unknown. So I hope you understand it, how this works and how you should use default values in Python here. A function doesn't always have to display its output directly. Instead, it can process some data and return a value or set of values. So the value the function returns is called return value. So return statement takes a value from inside the function and sends it back to the line that called the function. So return values allow you to move much of your program's grunt work into functions, which can simplify the body of your program. So we will create a simple function that takes the model and make and year and returns a neatly formatted full car information, right? So here we will define get formatted car info here. Actually, if the function names can be descriptive, but I think this is a very long name, which you can also shorten it. For example, get car info, it's better now, right? And here we will get 3 parameters: the car maker, car model, and car year, right? So car year, that's it. And here we will add another command to return a full car info here, and after that we will create a car info here, and we will enter the format, of course, as we always do. And first we're gonna enter car maker, but we will write car maker in uppercase, upper here, and after that we will use the car model. With car model we will use let's use the title is okay for car model. And now we will enter the year. So we can also get the integer car year, but we can also get the string array. So yeah, I think it's gonna be better if we take car year as a string, as an integer, sorry, not a string. And now we will just print the car model. So here, oops, we did some error here actually. And after that, we will enter car make car model dot title, and after that we will enter the car year. So, and here your car model or car info here in uppercase, and we will enter new lines every time we start this line. And after that return the car info. That's it. And here, yeah, return the car info without a parentheses here, because this is the variable and not function here. Car info is not function, this is variable. We created variable from these parameters. And here we will let's make it BMW here, and we will use the get car info. First we're gonna enter the car maker. Let's make it BMW, and car model 528 of we will enter it in strings 528E here, which E means here is injection. It's a gasoline here in most of my car manufacturers. And we're gonna enter also car year, for example 2016. And now we will print the BMW. That's it. And here, as you can see, car info BMW 528E, and the year is 2016. So we can also use, for example, in Volvo, so my Volvo here, and get car info Volvo S40, or yeah, S40 is okay. 2008 here. We can also add another BMW car, or let's add Volkswagen now. Volkswagen car here, get car info, and Volkswagen, and Golf 7, and the year is 2014. That's it. And here, as you can see here, of course we need to print use again, print my Volvo here, my Volvo, and of course let's actually use this with formatting. My Volvo is best here, and after that we will enter the my Volvo variable and print Volkswagen car, and here we will add format Volkswagen is the best here. We can also, and after that we will enter this here, and that's it. And here, as you can see here, we are firstly we are printing car info, then my Volvo is best, and after that we are printing car info Volvo S40. Volkswagen is the best, car info Volkswagen Golf 7 2014. So here, however, when you consider working with a large program that needs to store many first and last names separately, functions like get formatted name or get car info becomes very useful. So you store first and last names, or car maker, car model, and car year separately, and then call this function whenever you want to display a full name or full car info. That's it with today's lectures. And here, let's try this again. And as you can see here, we are using return to get this information from here to here. And as you can see, we are firstly using get car info, which here returns this, and then returns this, and then returns this. And after that we are printing this. In first we didn't use any variables to print in BMW, and after that we added format and entered my Volvo, and then Volkswagen is the best, and after that we are entered formatted info of Volkswagen car.